Terry Bean now. So you're going to go ahead and unmute. Terry has been on the show multiple times. Geez, I've known Terry for, I don't know, 20 years, I guess. And he's always been involved in social media and networking. He was the founder of Motor City Connect, which I know got up to about 10,000 members, a big organization. I attended several of your functions. And now you've got a new thing that you're doing, actually a variation of what you have been doing. You relaunched TryBean, which is helping business owners leverage messaging and social media to attract their target clients.
All true, fellas. All true. How you guys been, man?
Great.
Good.
Good
Can't
to see you
complain.
both.
No one listens anyway, right? So
That's always what I figure.
Yes.
Anytime I do one of these shows,
Yeah,
I'm like, I can say whatever I want. It's never
That's
gonna come.
Yeah, go for it. So talk a little bit about that. I just did that. I did the scripted entry that you sent me, but what does all that mean?
So, in all sincerity, right now we know that content is king, but I think that's what we've been told. I think what really matters is context. I think context is more important than even the content, because if you look at any social media feed, it's inundated with way too much information. So how do you make sure that what you're saying, what you're selling, what you're offering jumps off the page and dots your intended audience right between the eyes? And what I've found after working with hundreds of business owners is two things. One, they suck at messaging, most of us.
Is that a technical term, by the way, suck?
Sucks. Yeah, it's technical. This is a tech show.
Yeah, right. Good. I'm glad you're using tech terms. Go ahead.
Yeah. And then the second thing is they haven't done a great job of identifying who that target audience is. So even if their messaging is on point, they're probably not doing that great a job of getting in front of the audience they need to see it.
All right, so with apologies to the late great Dave Phillips, how do they suck less?
How do they suck less? Since he's not really with us, I'm still sure he swiped that line for me, just for the record.
Okay.
So we've done some carbon dating on posts. It's pretty close. I think I think we kind of shared a mind on that one. I will say this. It's really about honing the message to the audience, and then most importantly, not always using the same message everywhere you go, right? And so that becomes a challenge. We get into it, but we get a little lazy.
Wait. Not using the same message everywhere you go.
Not using
we are told the mantra is, you got to be consistent. You got to have one voice, one design, all of that stuff. So talk about that a little bit. Well, why is that conventional wisdom maybe not so great?
Well, because there are places where you could say suck less, and there are places that you shouldn't say suck less. Let's use that as an example.
Good point.
Right? Yeah. So it's about knowing your audience and where they're going to be, and then what they're expecting based on the medium we're using. It's a lot different for Gary Vee to sit on stage in front of a group of 22-year-olds and drop F-bombs, right? And repeatedly, and then maybe in front of a CEO group, he's going to use one or two just for shock effect, but it's not going to be the entire repertoire. And so it's mixing it up based on where you are, who you're in front of, and again, what you're trying to do.
So TryBean, I'm assuming that's a website address too?
Yeah, TryBean. Somebody got terrybean.com before I was able to snake it. So
those rats.
I used my old Hotmail address from 1997, which was TryBean at Hotmail. So it was easier than saying Networked Inc. or spelling that out every time I gave somebody an email address.